Number two, on the civil society questions from the biodiversity side, it gives the impression sometimes that the multilateral bank like us and GEF, we're only working with the government. Yes, we do have to work with the government because the investment that we make is to the government, but these filter it all the way to the community level, because the people who actually get benefits are the local people, because the ultimate objective of an organization like ours is poverty reduction. So there is a requirement in the Asian Development Bank for every project, every programming to consult with the local people and civil societies. Sometimes we may not agree, they may not agree, but we are required to consult and document this openly and bring it to our shareholders for discussion. As a result of that, we do have an office which advises on how to do these proper consultations with the civil society, NGOs. They actually, if you look at very closely some of the report that we put in, you'll see so many of them working in the projects, because without them working at the ground level, we can't. Whether you take IUCN or whether you take WWF or local NGOs, they are implementing or doing projects helping us at many stages. I mean, we can provide the report on that. The third, the poverty reduction coastal areas. Dr. Pachauri really answered that very well. But let me give you one or two examples. We've done a lot of coastal management projects in Indonesia, Philippines, other countries, primarily with the intention to alleviate poverty. How do you improve the lives of those coastal poor? Let me give you one example from one country. Here was a poor community which was doing their livelihood simply based on dynamite fishing, go and extract the coral, as a way of doing this. And they all know over a period of time, you have less fishes and less corals to depend on. So we took a project to turn around that project to say, let's create an alternative livelihood for them, put up aquaculture, fisheries, that's all they knew how to do the fishing, and also hire these people, train them. And today those people are paid not for dynamite fishing, they are paid for monitoring to make sure that others do not do dynamite fishing. So they are the coastal guard, they are the monitoring, etc., etc. And as a result, their income is higher than what they were getting in the past. Something quickly that we do know is if someone can make a living by simply having a good aquaculture, and nobody would like to do dynamite fishing and go out to that ocean to take the various risks which it doesn't have to. So there have been many successful examples of that. I thought I will just mention that as an example. Thank you very much.
ありがとうございました。
Thank you. Dr. Ishii, you have the floor.
Thank you. In response to Mr. Matsuo's question, actually there are two questions. First, where Japan is in B20. It's a very good question. Actually, I had the same question. So I had a discussion with Kate and Lynn, the business and environmental group of Kate and Lynn responsible of this B20. I am relieved to hear from them that they are active in sector by sector working group like cement or steel, that they have been either taking the lead in setting up a certification system or proposing some action plan going forward. But they also admit that they are little maybe not that active to come up with at the central stage and the cross-cutting and strategic issues like B20. I'm pretty sure that going forward that they pay a lot of attention. Actually, they have been already started to how they can be more involved in those kind of strategic activities. So that's basically where we are. And another good thing is they have already asked how they can be more involved in the decision-making process of, say, GEF and GCF, that how they can have more policy discussions in terms of design, not only just seeking money. So I take this as a very good sign that the Japanese business sector to be deeply involved in design of how to build a sustainable economy. Your second question, another difficult one, is how to tap the, say, the Japanese saving through either taxation or inheritance tax or some kind of subsidy. Two quick points. The first of all, being the Japanese finance official for 30 years, I know how difficult to raise tax or introduce a new tax. What we need is support from the general public, that a clear recognition that this is really needed, and support, enthusiastic support that and how to do it. And I have to confess that I just don't see it yet. This actually leads to the question to Yoko, that and how we can involve that and other local actors into the public policy making. That and I think we are not really good enough in appealing or raising awareness and mobilizing or promoting the public debate on those issues. So something that we need to do more, either regardless of from central government or international institution, that how we can be more effective to raise that awareness of the issues and create that interest and mobilize public policy debate. Without those kind of support, any kind of good policy can't be really materialized. Just again, going back to Yoko Watanabe's point, again, I think that the starting point is a clear recognition, in this case, mostly of the government, central government side. And in order for us to do the best job, a better job, those kind of, say, integration or talking to, say, incorporating those local actors in the public policy decision is actually the must. So how we can do it is another question. But then for the past 2 years since I took this current position, we slowly started to have more dialogue with business sector and CSOs. But I have to admit that we are still very at the primitive stage and a lot to be done. And I need your help that when I move to the JIF, that how we can do better business there. Thank you.